Good morning, students. Okay, today is computer science revision. After a long time you're writing computer exam, so today computer science revision. Okay. Today we'll revise 1 marks alone. Okay, your question paper is of 1 marks and 2 marks, that's all. Okay, today we'll revise 1 marks alone because 1 marks carries 30 marks. Choose, fill-ups and true or false. Okay, all three combinedly carries 30 marks. I have sent you the question pattern. I think if you have not received, you will receive in 1 or 2 days. Okay, in question pattern, what it will be of 1 mark for 30 marks and 2 mark for 10 marks. In 2 marks there is no choice. 2 marks will be asked, you have to answer all the 2 marks. Okay, so 1 marks 30 mark means 1 into 30 is equal to, 30 into 1 is equal to 30 marks. Okay, 31 marks will be asked. Next, 2 mark means 10 2 mark will be asked. Each carries 2 marks. So 10 into 2 is equal to 20. Okay, so what we'll do, we have 2 revision sessions, this one and the next one. So in this session we will see 1 marks alone. For 30 marks we will complete in this revision session. In next revision session we will see about 2 marks. That's all, the work is over. Okay, so take first unit book back. Okay, first unit 1 mark we'll see. Okay. The first generation computers used. Which is the first generation computer used? It is vacuum tubes. Vacuum tubes are generally called as first generation computers. Okay. Next, the high speed memory used to store the most frequently used data and instruction in a computer is called. See, we used to think RAM is the high speed memory. No, cache memory is the high speed memory. Cache is higher speed than all these 3. Okay, which is the high speed memory in all these 3? In all these 4, cache memory, CACHE memory. Okay, cache memory. Okay, next, which of these computers are mostly used for complex scientific calculations? Which computer is used for highly complex calculations? It is supercomputer. We know that very well because we have gone through our classes, right? So we could know that very well. Okay, which of these represents the letter A in binary code? In these things, which represents the binary letter A? 1 0 0 0 0 0 1. This represents the letter A. Okay, which of these is a smart card? All of these are smart card. Okay, fill in the blanks. Money transaction can be carried out 24 hours a day through dash machine, also called dash. It can be carried out through automatic teller machine, also called ATM. Okay, now fill in the blanks. Money transaction can be carried out 24 hours a day. 24 hours you can take money in where? Automatic teller machine. Okay, which is also called ATM. Okay, the high speed microprocessor of computer is measured to the speed of a computer is measured in what? MIPS. Okay, it is measured in MIPS, million instruction per second. How much the computer how much instruction the computer reads in a second. Okay, that's it. Next, when you load a program into a computer, it stores in dash memory, also called dash. It stores in random access memory, where it stores in RAM only. Random access memory, also called RAM. Okay, dash are the fastest computer. We know that very well. Supercomputers are the fastest computer. Okay, all data fed into digital computer must be in the form of, see, this is a digital computer. So all the data, whatever you store, it will be stored in the form of what digit? Binary code. In the form of what? Binary code. Okay, a group of 8 zeros and ones used to represent one character called. Okay, I told you, each and every letter or word is represented by 8 zeros or ones. For example, this one, letter A is represented with 8 zeros or ones. Okay, so that is called what? A group of 8 zeros and ones used to represent one character. What is that 8 zeros and 1 combinedly called as byte? Yeah, you are right, byte. Okay, 1 kilobyte is equal to dash 1024 byte. Okay, we saw that. No, 1 kilobyte is equal to 1024 byte. Okay. Next, 1 megabyte is equal to 1024 kilobyte, like that only. Okay. So 1 kilobyte is equal to 1024 byte. Okay. The earliest known computing device which used beads is called dash. We know now that this is the first invented device, abacus. Abacus is the earliest device used. Okay. The dash was the first electronic computer which used vacuum tubes and filled the entire room. What was the first electronic computer? That computer will fill the whole room. It will be in such a big size. What electronic computer it is? It is ENIAC. 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 What? ENIAC. ENIAC. The introduction of DAS in 1970s led to the first PC being made. Introduction of DAS led to the personal computer. PC means personal computer. By introducing what? PC was invented by introducing microprocessor. Personal computers were introduced. Found. State true or false. Now we are going to see true or false. Computers have now been made in which input can be given verbally, that is spoken words. Is that true? Yeah. In nowadays computers input can be given through words. In olden days, it has given by zeros and ones only, machine languages only. In nowadays, programming languages or whatever the input you want to give, you can give through English words. So the answer is true. Next. A RAM of 2 KB is sufficient to run most computer programs today. Is that true? Will it be true? No, it is false. 2 KB will not be sufficient to run a computer. We need 8 GB RAM, 4 GB RAM, else even 12 GB RAM also it is needed to make a computer to run fast. I think 8 GB is enough to make a computer to run fast, but not 2 KB. With 2 KB and all, you can't do anything in present world. Data once entered in RAM stays there permanently even when the computer is switched off. We know automatically it is false. RAM means random access memory. It stores the data temporarily only. So the RAM will not store the data permanently. When you switch off, the data will be erased. So the answer is false. Here what they told, the data will not be erased, they told. So the answer is false. Next one. Personal computer are also known as microcomputers. Is that true? Yeah, it is true. Personal computers are also called microcomputers. Analog computers are the best used for controlling a device or process. Analog computer are really used to control the device or a process. Analog computer mostly you would not have seen. Analog computers are used for what? Controlling a device. That is true. So the answer is true. That's all. First unit 1 mark. Now we'll go for second unit 1 mark revision. Second unit, page number 23. I think the video is not so clear because of this photograph. Now it's okay, right? Which of this is the shortcut for closing a file? If you are working in a file and if you want to close it, it is obviously Control plus W. Option B, Control plus W. When you use the shortcut Control plus O, what happens? When you click on Control plus O, the open window opens. Already if a window is opened, that window will reopen. That's it. Next, you can access a file on your computer through what? Through computer icon, through computer Windows Explorer, through control panel. What? The answer is either A or B. You can access a file on your computer either through computer icon or through Windows Explorer. So the answer is either A or B. By going through computer icon, you can access a file. By going through Windows Explorer, you can access a file, but not through control panel. So the answer is either A or B. Next, fill in the blanks. To open Notepad from desktop, Notepad is in desktop. To open that, you proceed as follows. What should be done? What is the exact procedure? If it is desktop, you can directly go and click in the desktop. But what is the exact procedure? How it's to be followed? What is the real procedure in Windows 7? Go to the start menu, go to all programs, and then go to accessories, and then finally go to Notepad. From the desktop, you have to open it. In desktop only you have start menu. In Windows 7, this is Windows 8, so I can't explain here. In Windows 8 you have something called start menu. Click on that start menu. It will take you to all programs. In that go for accessories. In that go for notepad. Then you can open notepad. That's all. Okay. Second one, deleted files are stored in dash until it is emptied. Deleted files are temporarily stored in recycle bin. Where? Recycle bin until it is emptied. Okay. To find the size of a file, you have created, you will right click on the file and go to the dash option. Obvious, if you want to find the size of a file, we know that very well. Right click on it and go for properties. No, that is what they have told here. Click on properties. Okay. The Windows dash shows the location of every folder and file on your computer. The Windows Explorer. Okay, Windows Explorer. This one. In Windows 7 also it will be this one. The Windows Explorer shows the location of every folder and file on your computer. Okay, next. First screen of Windows is called the dash. If you in Windows 7, the first screen like this, it will be no. This is Windows 8. Don't confuse. In Windows 7, this first screen is called what? Desktop. Here also it is called desktop only, but don't confuse with that. Okay, what is it? Desktop. Okay, next. True or false? Second unit, true or false. Okay, the start menu of Windows cannot be changed. The start menu of Windows cannot be changed. Is this true? No, it is false. The start menu can be changed. Okay, you can make the taskbar you can move the taskbar to any edge of the screen. Yeah, in Windows 7 it is easily possible because you can move the taskbar. This is called taskbar. In Windows 7 it will be different. Okay, this is called taskbar. This layer. You can drag and keep it in left side, top, right side, wherever you want you can keep it. Okay, next. The right way or the correct way to shut down your computer is to turn off the power switch after you have finished your work. See, you are using personal computer. After you complete your work, if you directly switch on the switch off the switch, is that good habit? No, it is bad habit. What you should do? You should go to start menu, you should give shutdown, and then only after the computer shuts down, you should switch off the switch. You should not directly switch off the switch. That is wrong. So the answer is false. Okay. In Windows 7, there is only one method by which a file can be deleted. In Windows 7, can you delete by only one method? No, you can delete by various methods. You can click on the file, give delete. You can give delete in the keyboard. You can click on the file, right click and give delete. You can give shift delete. All these options are there. Okay, so the answer is false. Okay, in to find the location of a file on your computer, using search utility, you must enter the full and exact name of the file. Is it necessary to you have kept a file in your computer somewhere? It is, you want to find it out. How will you find it? Is obvious. We'll go to search menu and search it. Okay, so you will right click on the start menu. You will give in search button, you will give words to find the file. Is it necessary to give the exact word of a file? No, it is not necessary to give the exact word. If you know the first two letters, that is enough. If you type the first two letters, it will show the word similar to that letters, so that you can find it there. If it is not possible, give 3 letters. Else give 4 letters. So automatically you can find your file easily. That's all. So the answer is false. It is not necessary to give the exact name of the file. Okay, so what they have given, you must enter the full and exact name. So the answer is false. Okay. Last question of second unit. You can check the contents of all drives in your computer either through the computer icon or through Windows Explorer. How will you find the contents of your computer? Either through computer icon or through Windows Explorer. Easy. The answer is true. Fill in the blanks, we saw the same thing, I think. You can check the content of all drives. In all the drives, what are the contents is there, you can check it. Either through what? Either through the computer icon. There will be a computer icon either through that or through Windows Explorer. Through Windows Explorer, you can easily find it out. So the answer is true. That's all. The 1 mark is over for the unit 1 and 2. In next revision, we will see 2 marks. Okay, you will revise this 1 mark, and your homework is also read all these 1 marks and write self-test. Read all these 1 marks of chapter 1 and 2 and write self-test. So it will be easy for you to attend your exam. That's all. Write self-test and correct it yourself. Okay. Have a happy day. Enjoy your day. While writing self-test, sit with your parents and write. So it will be very good. So they can monitor you. Okay. So do that. Okay, students. Have a happy day. Bye. Take care.